Hello users, and welcome to another episode of the Crypt. I wanted to take a moment here to give you a little cryptocurrency update for what's going on for me personally, my altcoins that I follow, and also to advertise my Steemit page. So follow me on Steemit if you're not, and if you are, then upvote me, like what the fuck. So here we go. Let me just do a quick refresh, load up the more detailed charts. So we have Bitcoin at 7,600. It got up to like almost 78, I think. Bitcoin dominance has been rising a little bit, and a lot of alts, at least especially the ones that I've been following, have just been they're bleeding a bit. It's not too bad, but it's bad enough to the point where I want to make this video to let you guys know that we have a dip on our hands as far as some of my alts that I'm following. So first things first, Binance coin has been exploding. 16% over the last 7 days. That's pretty big. I have one Binance coin because, the trading fees on Binance, I always try to hold at least one. And I usually do the convert small balances. If you don't know, you can convert any coin dust over to Binance coin and then use that for trading fees. So it's pretty good. As far as the top 10 goes, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, EOS, Litecoin, Cardano, IOTA, Tron, like these are all useless garbage. So just ignore them. Just pretend they don't exist. That's my opinion on the top 10. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my altcoins. So first of all, we have Steem here. This is Steem on Binance. Steem actually is literally just recovering from a pretty solid buy-in position. It went all the way down to sub 30,000, which is pretty good. It's just one of those things that I recommend as far as buy-in opportunities for Steem. Personally, my buy-in opportunity is below 31,000, so if Steem is below 31,000, then I'll consider picking up Steem. And below 30,000 is actually it hasn't happened in a while. So as we can see, we have a little bit of a recovery here. Currently going on, there's a recovery. But I would keep your eyes out. So it's still within my buy-in range, but I would definitely just keep my eyes out for Steem if you're a Steem user. And yeah, so next up we have Q-Link. As you can see, I have some orders going on for Q-Link at the bottom here. Q-Link actually had a fucking phenomenal pump. So I bought quite a lot of Q-Link, like around here. And then I fucking made some really high sell points just for the meme. And they actually managed to get fulfilled. So then I rebought some, and now I'm waiting to sell some more. So one thing I try to do, as you can see down here, we have some orders. You can check out some of my cash money. Is do staggered sell-off points. A lot of people say they want to buy at a certain price and sell at a certain price. So I think I explained this before in some of my earlier videos, my more in-depth trading videos. I'd recommend watching the last few if you haven't, episodes of the Crypt. But you want to do staggered. So if you want to set a buy point, so say your buy point for Q-Link would be 1480. So you want to start buying at 1490, 1485, 1480, 1475, 1470, 1465, and you want to stagger your buys like that. That way you can kind of maximize your kind of buy-in positions. And same thing with a sell position. I tend not to stagger my sells as much as my buys, because I kind of want to I kind of try to hedge my bets on the highest sell and try to get that going. So I only have two here because I don't have that much Q-Link. It's only around 1,000, so it's not that much. But if I'm dealing with 1,000 Q-Link, by the way, not 1,000 USD. Let me specify that so there's no misunderstanding. But if I'm dealing with a coin where I have I don't know, 50K of it, or something like that, I'll do a lot more staggered sell-offs as well as buy-offs, but there's my little advice for you. I'm not signed into KuCoin right now, but here is the Publica charts. The Publica charts are actually looking... Let me switch on over to the 5-minuter. Just kidding, Publica is not traded that often. Alright, so as you can see, Publica had a nice little pump up to 37. I sold at 37, so good stuff. And I'm rebuying at 32. I've been rebuying in the 3200 to 3300 range, so anything sub 3300 I've been trying to snag up, and I also have some buys in the low 3200s. Those are my buy points for Publica. So if you're not in Publica, I would say Publica is a great time to get in. As you can see, the volume is just, it's dead. So Publica has this trend where if you look at the bottom here, you'll see there's going to be big volume spikes. So Publica has a trend where it's like never traded like at all for like a few days, sometimes like a week or two, and then there's a gigantic volume spike. So this happens every single time. So every time there's a pump. So okay, so here's what I want to say for Publica. If you're looking at the volume, and this has been the trend for like the last 4 months, so it's subject to change, you never know. But if you're looking at the volume and it's like less than 0.4 BTC, I would say it's probably a decent time to get in because it's most likely going to pump when the volume picks up. So that's my little analysis of Publica. Utrust has actually not been doing so well. Let me switch over to the 1 hour on Utrust. As you can see, Utrust has been bleeding out. Went from as high as 1741 all the way over here a few days ago, all the way down to 1360. Personally, my Utrust kind of play around range is around the 1500s. I try to like buy below 1500. So usually when it goes like this low, it's like, whew, let me get some Utrust. So Utrust is a good project. It definitely has, you know, it's going to rebound, so there's no question about that. So this is a decent time to get into Utrust. If you're not already in Utrust, or if you want to do a quick swing trade, I'd recommend getting into Utrust. So keep in mind, not financial advice. I'm just a professional cryptocurrency trader. I'm a pro. I'm a winner. Okay, so I have an established career of winning, but I'm not a professional. Okay, so this is not. I'm not a financer. I don't have my fucking degree. I can't show you like a degree and then like, you know, you look at me and I'm like you're not paying me. So like I'm just saying, but buy Utrust. So. So let's look at Snovio. Snovio through the 1 hour. Snovio is another low cap coin that I've been having my eyes on. It's slightly higher volume and slightly higher market cap than Publica, but it's still low enough to the point where you can make a lot of good swing trades. And I find that the volatility in Snovio is actually pretty good for my cash range that I'm dealing with. So here you have Snovio. Right now it's at 212. It's gone as low as you can see here. I think, yeah, it dipped down below 200 at one point. I think. But either way, this is getting to like near all-time low kind of territory. So just keep this in mind. We're nearing that like very, very low point for Snovio. And if you look at the chart zooming out, this is just what it was like a month or two ago. So like Snovio's got a good possibility of doing a full rebound for a double. Personally, I'm not really staking out much in Snovio to the point where I think it's going to do a double. Or at least I'm holding out for a double. I'd rather just do like a 5% trade, a 5% trade, a 5% trade, you know, that kind of stuff. But if you're less of a trader and more of a holder, Snovio's definitely in a prime position for a double. So I would definitely look into that. Utrust, I would say, is probably in a prime position for a double as well. But that's a little bit shakier, in my opinion. So like, I'm not holding out for Utrust right now, but for Snovio, I am holding out because Snovio is a lot lower of a market cap. So keep this in mind. Publica as well could probably get a double, maybe a triple in Publica. Publica's product, the app, and all that kind of stuff has been doing pretty well. They also have the book ICO that they're doing. Personally, I was thinking about getting into the book ICO, but honestly, like, the book is just kind of lame, so I think I'm just going to not get into that. But the Publica book ICO, definitely something to look out for. Look it up. I don't have a tab open, and I don't like opening tabs while I'm recording, because then you might see my browser history, so I get a little bit paranoid, so I'm not going to do that. But so just look up the Publica book ICO, and if you want to get into it, get into it. It might be a good opportunity, but for now, I'm just kind of... maybe I'll make my decision later because it's going on for a while, so maybe I'll make my decision later. But this is pretty much my coin analysis. There's a few other coins that I track, but like these are the most, these have the most action, so that's why I'm going to do an update on these. So if you want to hold, Personally, out of the ones that I've seen here, I'd say probably Snovio is your best bet if you want a potential, like the highest like risk versus reward ratio on a double. I would say Snovio is probably your best bet. But either way, all these coins are doing pretty decently. The Steam price, if we want to talk about Steam, the Steam price is $2.34 for the internal price, so that's not too bad. Anything above $2, then I'm satisfied with payouts, really. I'd really like to get back to $4, though, but, you know, we'll see. So yeah, McAfee's still saying 15K by the end of June. We have a few weeks left. Where's that 15K, motherfucker? I want my fucking money. That's all I'm saying. I want to double Bitcoin value, and then I want to double Snovio, triple Publica, fucking quintuple Utrust, because Utrust has been making some good strides. And I just want to get my money, and I want to fucking buy a fucking... I want to buy, like, a giant fucking lollipop, like, you know, the ones from the, like, the circus, like, you know, the big-ass ones, you know, that you'll, like, for, like, fucking 15 years. I want to buy one of those lollipops, and I want to buy it with cryptocurrency. So, that's going to be this episode of The Crypt. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all later. I don't know what this is. I'm trying to do, like, a weird thing, but it's just, like, it's just cringy, so I'm gonna turn it off.